And yes, 400 cinnamon rolls. 400. Let's see where we're at now. I think it was pour the milk in with a butter knife. Yes, slowly add the milk and use a butter knife to combine. I'm not sure why it has to be a butter knife, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. How much butter do we need though? No, we've done the butter. How much milk do we need? We don't need any more butter. 170 grams. Okay. You got this. Thank you. Huh. Did this just fall back? I don't remember moving that. I do not remember moving that. Weird. We're using almond milk because that is my favorite milk of choice. 170 grams, which is 2/3 of a cup. Okay. We're doing it. 170. Ah, these spouts are annoying. Oh, they're so annoying. It's going everywhere. 170 seems like a lot. 150. I know it said to do it slowly, but I don't want the scale to time out. 167. 170 exactly. I was so worried that I was worried that the scale was going to time out. So I just poured it all in basically at once, which, you know what, I'm sure that's fine. I will now combine it with the butter knife. Oh, could probably also use chopsticks. Yes, that is a good idea. I would have to find our chopsticks. That seems like so much milk. And what does it actually say? Slowly add the milk, use a butter knife to combine. Turn out the dough and knead until it forms a smooth ball. Okay, I think it's at that point that we'll combine. Maybe. If it's not too much to handle, we might combine them all into one, because that would be fun. And Derpy Trolls, welcome in, Derpy. Like your Pikachu emote there. And how's Addie and Josh? They are both doing well. Addie was being a little sook before though. She was crying and crying and crying. And then we realized that it's because we had a cat on our driveway, so she could see her from the front window. She was crying and running back and forth, but then Josh went out and shooed the cat away because Addie was getting distressed. She doesn't usually cry, so I was almost getting distressed listening to her little baby wails. But yes, Addie is doing excellent. I was saying before, but she had her first ever puppuccino the other week, 2 weeks ago on my birthday, and it was glorious. It had little bacon bits. It went everywhere. You know, I think that's pretty well combined. There you go. On to the next one. Try pouring with the spout on top when it's a full, yeah, full carton. Yes. So appreciate electric mixer. Yes. I do have an electric mixer, but I don't want to over mix it. I figured I am making 400, so I'll try and follow the recipe as closely as possible. With the exception of I'm using almond milk. I think that's the one difference. Yeah. 170 grams. Okay. There we go. It's a little easier to pour now that it's not so full. 120, 140. Well, that goes quick. 150. Okay. 160. 170 exactly. Okay. I was getting too eager with that one. I have so much spaghetti leftovers. Yes, spaghetti I made with ground beef, and I have plates of pasta with meatballs. That sounds delicious. I'm also planning on making a spaghetti. We bought a big thing of minced meat because it was the most affordable way. The most affordable pack out of all of them. And I really felt like spaghetti. Yes, I hope you enjoy. I just saw I have another box of food. And pasta with meatballs. Excellent. I don't think I could ever get sick of pasta. I think pasta is just the best food. I actually had that question on a podcast that I did, that I was invited onto, my first ever podcast invite by this Big Small World, who's awesome, another fellow Aussie. He was doing a podcast with myself and Annika, who specializes in cakes. She makes a whole lot of cakes. Yeah, it was all around like food and drink streamers and just like chatting and asking questions, and it was a really fun time. And that was one of the questions, was like, what's your favorite thing to make? And my answer was definitely pasta related, and then I talked about pasta for a while. And if you have been here for a while, you would have known that I have recreated my grandma's pasta dish, her chorizo pasta dish, which is like one of my all-time favorite meals. And I thought she would have had a recipe somewhere, because when she passed away last year, I got all of her recipe books, and there's many like folders, big folders, and I still need to go fully through them and just take photos of all her handwritten ones, which I haven't done yet because that's quite the task. And I've gone through them all. I've seen all her handwritten ones, and she doesn't have the chorizo pasta recipe because she made it so many times that she just did it from memory and she never wrote it down. So yeah, I've tried recreating that 3 times now. I think twice on stream maybe, and then 1 time off stream, that was the closest time I've come when I made it off stream. It has like coconut milk and tomato and a whole range of other things. I don't know how I feel about using a knife file. I feel like it's really difficult to get the bottom bit. Never ever do I mix things in with a knife. I do actually have a very cool Danish whisk. So cool, in fact, that I bought my dad one as well, because he's an excellent cook. So I feel like this would be a better job. I feel like, yeah, maybe I'll just use that instead. Oh yeah, so thank you very much for the shout out, Josh, for Big Small World. This Big Small World, they're awesome. Definitely go chuck them a follow. They're lovely. They're so creative. The other day he made, it was a fruit sandwich, and he got different ingredients to look like different ingredients. It just blew my mind. I'm like, wow, this is creative. It was awesome. He used like watermelon as like the meat, and yeah, a whole bunch of other like substitutes, and made like a fruit sandwich and on brioche bread as well, which is the best bread. Oh, and Pete, welcome. Hello. Hi Pete, so sorry, I was off talking about pasta, wasn't I? How are you doing, Pete? How's things? Yes, 400 cinnamon rolls, you say? And yes, knife can also scratch the glass. That's what I felt like it was scratching the glass. I can't quite see it, but that's why I've been so cautious. So I'm gonna swap out for the whisk. If I can find it. Where is the whisk? I haven't used it in quite some time, and I do actually need to clean out this drawer. Oh, where is the whisk? Josh, do you know where the whisk is? I swear I saw it the other day. Usually, so I do the cooking, obviously, and then Josh does the dishes. So a lot of time he puts away the dishes in places where I don't know where they go. You know where the whisk is? The Danish whisk. Yeah, that's where I thought I saw it.
Yeah, I thought I saw it there as well. Yeah, oh, it's spatula, that's what you are. It's fun.
Oh,
There it is.
there it is.
Hello,
Yeah.
stream.
You're working up an appetite, are you, Josh?
Yes, very excited.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna swap out. I don't want to use this knife anymore. I do feel like it would be scratching. And also, it's an awfully sharp knife for a butter knife, but I feel like all of our knives that are butter knives are slightly too sharp. So, yes, this is the Danish whisker that I bought. I loved it so much that I got my dad one. That's better. Yes, because it's in a curve, so I can get the bottom of the bowl now instead of, yeah, the knife just kind of scratching and not doing a good job at combining it. There we go, that's so much better. Yay. I should have done that a whole bowl ago. I missed some chat, didn't I? Use your hands, then you can lick your fingers. That is a good point. That is definitely point to using own hands. Yeah, I figured because it's going to be so sticky. I used my hands before when I was melding in the butter, that I was like, I'll swap it up. I'll do what the recipe says in terms of use your hands for the butter, but then when you put the milk in, use a utensil. Yes, and big spoon probably better than the knife, I'm sure. Alright, next batch. Let's welcome in Droid Insanity. Thanks for being here, and watching me make 400 cinnamon rolls. $170. We're at 150, 167, 169, 170. That's awesome. I did exactly 170 in all of them. I just find the cap and put the milk back in. Also, I'm pretty sure Josh was snacking. Where's the cap? Uh-oh. There it is. Ah, he was snacking. 20 times on stream. Josh never resets the counter. It's that pistachio milk. It is almond milk. Almond milk, that's my favorite kind of milk. Oh, and Holly, I woke up early to my stomach hurting. Oh, and honestly, spending time with Audrey and more friends on Twitch definitely helped me feel better. Oh, well, I'm sorry that you woke up with a sore stomach. I know that life. I definitely know that life. So, I'm glad that hanging out on Twitch with Audrey and other friendos is making you feel better. A bit Yeti. Wait, right ball under. Thank you. So my left. Yep. Gotcha. Yes, I should have asked for help. I thought I should have just looked on the screen actually. That probably was more helpful than me looking over the top of these bowls. Oh yes, this whisk is so much better than a knife. And yes, I agree, I feel like a spoon would do even better than a knife. Just figured I'd try it because I never do that. Usually when I see a recipe, like a baking recipe, and it says mix it in using a butter knife, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna use a spatula. But I figured I'd try it out, I'd test it out. And I can confirm I'm not a fan. So I didn't like the feeling of the knife like scraping on the bowl. This is so much nicer. I feel like that's combined even better than this first one. So I might even It has. There was even crumbly bits down in this first bowl, so. Alright, we always somewhat tweak a recipe and find out what works best. I'm very aware not everyone would have a Danish whisk, so I feel like a spatula would be perfectly fine. It's a very sticky, okay, that's probably why they say don't use your hands, because that is so sticky. And maybe with a spatula it might stick to it more, maybe that's why they say a knife, but this is also stainless steel, so it has the same sort of effect. You like adding to the channel more. Oh, welcome in, Smurf. Hi Smurf, how are you doing? How's things? I hope you're excited to see 400 cinnamon rolls. I'm very excited. I'm gonna check the recipe. So we've done the milk, the butter, the flour, the salt. Now we just need to turn out the dough and knead until it forms a smooth bowl. And then we've already got our rolling pin out. Okay, we're into the actual making of it now. So I'll put all these ingredients up out of the way. Also, I'm not sure at what point we add in the vanilla because it definitely hasn't said to do that yet. Just double checking. Flour, salt, butter, yes. Milk, yes. At what point do we add in? You know what? I feel like this recipe they've missed. Oh no, never mind. I think it might just be for the filling that we use the vanilla extract. I thought maybe it was in the dough as well, but it is not. Yes, there we go. Ooh, it would be amazing to have some gloves. Honestly, would love to have some when I cook. Yep. And you are correct, Viv, in the filling or as a glaze. Oh, And Smurf, I'm well, thank you. Never had a cinnamon roll before. Me either. I've never had one either. And I've never seen one in any bakery that I've ever been to. So I'm excited. I'm very excited. I think I'm gonna love it. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands. And then we're gonna start rolling these into bowls. And the sky actually looks like an 8-year-old's picture outside with like the vibrant blue sky and then the super duper fluffy white clouds. And it's like what I used to draw as a child with the, I think there's a special name for them, like the Nimbus clouds. But like the comically fluffy ones. Oh, you know what? There's a bit of milk that we spilled, so I might just wipe that out first. Chewy! Wait, what? Yes. 400 cinnamon rolls, and I've never had one before. I'm so excited. There's so many things that I feel Australia just so behind the times in, desserts being one of them. Like, we don't get snickerdoodles here, and the first time I ever had one was when I made them myself on a Halloween stream, and that's my all-time favorite cookie now. Those snickerdoodles that I made, so good. I think the most Australian dessert we have are lamingtons, and that I don't like lamingtons. I would never go out of my way to go buy a lamington. I feel like that's such a non-dessert, but that's like the most Australian dessert I can think of. Cinnamon rolls are great, and you'll definitely enjoy them, so will Josh. How have you never had a cinnamon roll, and now you're making 400? Yeah, we just don't have them here. From what I've seen, every bakery that I've been to, and I've been on the hunt. Because I want to have a cinnamon roll. I really wanted to have one so I could compare. I could know what a cinnamon roll is supposed to taste like and then make 400. I thought that would be excellent. So every bakery that we have passed in the last couple of months, really, because yeah, I knew I was going to make cinnamon rolls for some time now. They don't have cinnamon rolls. So every bakery just, nope. And I really, really want them, so I'm gonna make my own. But yes, chewy. I assume you've had cinnamon rolls. Were they delicious? I've only heard good things. Nimbus 2000. Yes, scientific name, Nimbus 2000. I'm assuming that the taste is more like a savory version of a cinnamon donut. I'd assume so. So we don't really have anything sweet in our dough. In fact, we have a little bit of salt in it. So that's what the recipe called for, but it's the filling and the glaze are very sugary and sweet. Oh, and what's a snickerdoodle? They are like a... It goes my mouth just watering. My mouth is flooding. Snickerdoodle, they clearly are my favorite dessert because I can't even speak right now. Due to all the saliva. Okay, a snickerdoodle is like a super soft, doughy cookie Just, it's like vanilla-y, cinnamony goodness. Yup. It's like 1,000 times better than the Subway cookie. And I like Subway cookies. But yeah, they're super soft and plush and fluffy. It's almost like if a brownie, like a vanilla-y, cinnamony brownie, had a baby with a cookie. Oh, I definitely missed some chat there. I'm gonna risk it anyway and use Josh's room. I was gonna scroll. I totally missed some chat. I'm so sorry, but I saw Panther. Welcome in. And something about Cinnabon stations and malls. Yes, we don't have Cinnabon. We don't have that here. I'm pretty sure. And I'm so sorry if I missed chat. My hands are in no state to scroll and use Josh's mouse. I don't think he'd be very happy with me. But welcome in. And Panther, how are you doing? Just relaxing on this fine Sunday. Yes, it's going to be relaxing with 400 cinnamon rolls very, very soon. I think vanilla slice is not really Australian, but most common at bakeries. Yes, we do have a lot of cinnamon slice. Yeah, but I feel like that's probably falling under Australian bakery. But yeah, Lamingtons is like the big one, and I'm very meh about Lamingtons. I'd eat them if I was a kid. It's because I'd eat anything as a kid. Actually, I eat anything now, but at the parties when there was like a big thing of Lamingtons, I'd be like, okay, guess I'll add one to my plate. Josh, what do you think about Lamingtons? What does everyone else think about Lamingtons? They're like very...
Sorry, what was that?
What do you think of Lamingtons?
A bit meh on Lamingtons. I'll eat them if they're there, but...
Yeah, I think that's the way for most people. I don't know anyone that's like, oh my goodness, Lamingtons.
Yeah, they need like jam in the middle, or else they're very like dry.
Oh, I've never had one with jam in it.
Yeah, they're not too bad with jam.
They're so dry. They make your mouth drier, and you don't want that from dessert.
Yeah, no, the jam offsets the dryness, so significantly improves it.
Yes. Yeah, I've never had one with jam. But yeah, they're like a sponge cake, but a dry sponge cake covered in the thinnest layer of non-chocolate, like chocolate non-chocolate covering that's like so thin, and then rolled in coconut. So they just don't really taste like anything, and they're kind of like air. So yeah, no, we're not fans of Lamingtons here. And yes, 400, that's a lot. 400 cinnamon rolls. Yes, they're gonna be itty bitty mini ones. And I really hope I have enough. Now that I'm looking at the mixture, I thought it would have been a bit bigger, but we only tripled the recipe. We might have to double the tripling of the recipe. Eat. Oh, yeah, so sticky. So sticky. That's why we didn't use our hands to mix it, I think. It's like impossible. You making your own frosting, or did you buy something? Yes, we'll be making our own glaze to go on top. Definitely. Making it all from scratch. But we're also, it's like the simplest recipe I could find, because some of the recipes out there for cinnamon rolls are so complicated, and they take so much resting time for the dough to rise and a whole bunch of different things that I was like, nope, I'm gonna do a yeast-free version so we can just use self-raising flour and cut down our time and our thinking, our need for thinking. This is definitely the stickiest one, by the way. More flour. I'm gonna combine them. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have one giant big thing There we go. Also, I didn't even check how many this makes from this recipe. Didn't even check. So I figure we're just gonna have to do what we can with the amount that we have. And we have heaps of leftovers. We have lots of flour, we have lots of butter. So we can just make another batch if we need. And I'll be quicker with it the next time anyway, because I've done it before. And lamingtons. It's a sweet, oh damn it, I missed it. I missed the chat. We need to have like a pop-out chat. I think other like food and drink streamers have that, so then they can see more of the chat. Because I only have a very small window, and then it moves. Josh, you should be on scroll duty. Are you able to remote in right now? That would be cool. But yes, I'm so sorry. I'm missing chats. Oh, you like lamingtons? You think they're delicious? Wait, I feel like we're spelling them differently. Lamingtons. Ours are lamingtons. I think, are we thinking of the same thing? Yes, raised dough is the best. I know, but I figure first time making them, and I'm making 400, I should probably try and simplify where I can. I had something very similar to lamington before. It was basically also sponge cake with chocolate and coconut, just googled, and they're called Capovici, and they come from my old baking high horse self coming out. That is all good. And honey buns. I've not had a honey bun. It's spelled lamington. Okay, yeah, because that's how I spell it. And I was like, wait a minute, are we talking about a different thing here? Okay, I think we're gonna need some more flour actually. So it's getting a little too sticky. Before we do that, and now that I've washed my hands, I'm definitely going to read what we're going to do next. Spread some flour. Yes, I will. And thank you for the hydrate. We'll do all the things before I get stuck back into this. We'll get the trays out. I'm going to think about our filling. Oh, delicious water. Yesterday at the birthday party there wasn't water, but we brought our drink bottles, thank goodness, because I was so dehydrated. Okay, then we use a rolling pin and we roll it out, and then we spread the softened butter over the dough. So we need more butter, and we leave a gap of 2 centimeters around the edges, and then we combine the cinnamon and sugar in a small bowl and sprinkle over. And then we start rolling, and then we cut, and then we put it in the baking tray. Okay. And it will rise in the oven, obviously, because we have self-raising flour. So this will go further, so we can make them tiny, because we need 400. And it says it's only going to take 20 minutes, but we have a lot more that we're putting in the oven, so it'll be more than 20 minutes. So we'll just keep an eye on them, and then we'll think about our glaze after that. Really, it's the butter first, and then the sugar, and the cinnamon, which I will check how much we need. So we need 60 grams of butter for the filling, and 1.5 1.5 tablespoons, but we're tripling that. So get a little bowl. Am I too hungry to spell the word right? Yes. Okay, 1.5 tablespoons of tablespoons. That's a lot of cinnamon. Tablespoons. I wonder if it says how many grams that is. Nope. That'd be good. If there's ever grams in baking, just go with the grams rather than trying to eyeball how much you think 1.5 tablespoons of cinnamon is. But oh well, it doesn't have it, and I'm not gonna Google that. No cinnamon challenge for me today. That is strong. It wafted. It's still wafting. I can see it just like swirling around. 1.5. Another one. See, Josh is remoting into the computer and doing shenanigans. What you doing, Josh? I'm gonna count that as 1.5 because that is so heaped. Yeah, I didn't get a word of that. The amount of times I say that in a stream where I'm like, I didn't hear that, Josh. You know what I also can't hear though, Josh? The music. That's weird. I just realized that I can't hear the music. I have a little earpiece here so then it doesn't pick it up twice. I don't know if the song's just changing. Alright, sugar. 1/3 of a cup of caster sugar. So it's gonna be a full cup of caster sugar for the for the filling. Okay. Seems like a lot. But I think we knew what we were getting into. Hi, Addie. There we go. The music's back. Yay.
Yeah, when I'm remoting, you can't hear it.
Ah, okay. Josh just said when he remotes in, then I can't hear it. So now I know when you're remoting in. It's definitely 1/3 of a cup, isn't it? Yep, and we're timesing up by 3. This might be the most caster sugar I've ever used in a recipe on stream. Addie's looking for scraps. I just realized you didn't see any of that. Sorry. The cinnamon. It's even worse than flour. It like smokes up. Hi. Ugh. I need longer arms. Can you see that on camera? It's like wafting out to like here. Damn it, cinnamon. Maybe I should be wearing a mask. Should I be wearing a mask for this? Okay, I think that's sufficiently mixed in, and it's still just wafting everywhere. We need butter, and we need 60 grams. Again, that's a lot, so we're timing it by 3. But we're back to the butter. Addie says hi. He's supervising over this side. He is. Maybe I could put a fan on. Oh. Hi, Lucian. I was so loud. I was so loud in my ear. You couldn't have done that when Josh was remoting in and I couldn't hear the sound for a second. Those honk. Get a workout. Cinnamon challenge. Yeah, so we're talking about that. Oh, there's a fly inside. Addie, hunt. There's a fly inside. Hunt. She's on it. She's on the case. I taught her the word hunt. Ooh, basically a filled snack crate. Sounds like my kind of crate. My secret mixing tip is to use a Tupperware with a lid and shaking the dusties until mixed. You're a genius. Oh my. Bib, you're a genius. Why did I not think of that? What?
Do you need some dishes assistance?
Not yet. Because I might have to make more. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much this is going to be. But thank you. I know, it's getting pretty full, isn't it?
Move things slightly to give you more room.
Thank you. Josh is coming out and doing his usual, like, do I need to tidy and put things in the dishwasher stage? But I don't know, because we might need these bowls again.
We shall.
But yes, I should definitely do that next time. And what is so 60 grams. And I need another bowl. Actually, you know what you can do? Get out some trays. Get out like 4 trays. That would be good. Excellent. And then some baking paper. If you could break that off, like away from the mic because that's so loud.
Yeah.
Okay. Addie will move on. Oh, and a dance literally a little goose from the Spanish episode. It's a Mexican snack cake described as a strawberry. I don't know what I did there. Strawberry flavored jelly and cream filled cake with chocolate flavored coating. That sounds delicious. And I like that it's like a little goose. That's cute. Here's my little goose.
Hello.
I was talking about you.
Oh.
You're the big goose. And I like things when they're even better frozen. Like the lemon fudge that I made one time on stream. Josh just was obsessed with that, and I made so much. Josh's grandpa came over with a whole bunch of lemons, and then I made some, it was like lemon white chocolate fudge, and I put it in the freezer because I was like, we can't eat all this at the one time, we have to put it in the freezer. And then turns out that it's even more delicious when it's straight from the freezer. So it was constantly, I could just constantly hear the freezer door opening and shutting. And he'd like grab out another piece of frozen fudge, and it was even better frozen. Hi Addie. It's a delicious, delicious flower, hey? Okie dokie. So we need butter. I'll get that already so then I can just roll this out and then we can start filling it, which is exciting. I really hope we have enough. I'll try really hard to just stretch it as far as we possibly can so I don't have to make a whole nother batch. Also, I'm having a bad hair day. I did brush my hair. I did. Sticking out a weird, like what is this? Tuck it behind my ear, but I do also have the earpiece in, so that looks weird. 90 grams of butter, here we go. Excuse me, Addie, I'm gonna step on you. She's on cleanup crew. Look at her, diligently making her way down. I'm gonna slip on your saliva, Addie. Stop licking, I stand there. Oh, thank you, Harley. Thank you for that. See how my hair always looks nice? Thank you. Today though, I don't know. I think I slept on it funny. But I did wash it. I washed it twice last night because we went to our friends, which is like they're so out in the country. And there was a bonfire, there was like wood fire, and it just like soaked up into my hair. So I washed it twice last night when we got back. And I think that I don't know, when I wash my hair twice in a row to get like wood fire smell out, it just goes funny. And then I was too tired to blow dry it properly, and then I fell asleep on it. I wake up with my hair looking like Beetlejuice. Hi. It's most of our interaction with Addie, by the way. It's just she looks up at me and I look down at her, and then I say hi to her. The oven's being very noisy. It's just got a slight vibration to it. 60 grams of butter. Are you ready, Addie? Scale. I wish the scale just wouldn't turn off until you're actually done with it, but it just times out. 60. Yep. And it needs to be softened. Oh, that's 50, 120, 100. Okay, so we need 180. That'll be easy. I'll just do that. I'll do it at the one time. We need 180. $20. 158. I know, Addie. It looks like cheese, doesn't it? I think that's why she's out. She thinks this looks like a block of cheese, which can we blame her? It very much looks like our cheddar cheese that we usually get. Oh. Yep, 180. Can you see that? It said 181 for a second. Oh, wait. The hole's in the way. It says 180 exactly. And so exact with our butter measurements today. Hopefully it makes up for any potential mistakes we might make. So that needs to be softened. So I'll zap that in the microwave, but not for too long. Our butter here comes with little markings at the side of the packaging, so you know how much 50 grams of it are and not have to weigh it. That would be, oh my god, this one does. A lot of them that we get from Aldi, they don't have that, and we must have got this one from Woolworths. Yes, I should have checked. Again, you're a genius. Yep, all the cooking tips. And definitely next time, just gonna, when I'm mixing this much cinnamon and sugar, I am going to put that in a Tupperware. So I definitely inhaled a little too much of that. Oh, and thank you so much for the follow. Roddenhill29, thanks for being here. We're celebrating 400 followers by cooking 400 cinnamon rolls. Okay, let's zap this for a little bit. Exactly what I did when I made potato balls at the restaurant. I had to make sure every single one was the same size. Yes. Yes, I definitely should have just looked at that. I was trying to do math because I was tripling. I was like, you know what? I will just do the grams. Tripling a recipe, so. I think that was in 50 gram increments, so. And there you go. Next time though, when I'm not tripling a recipe, I'll just look straight at the butter. Don't you think, Addie? Smart. Oh, then the scale didn't work for a while. I had to remember the size. Alright, little more flour. Yep. And then we are rolling it out. That's what we're doing. We're rolling it out, and then the butter. Oh, does that smell delicious, Addie? It does, doesn't it? It smells so good. Yes. Butter is salt melted. And it's still got heat in it, so I'll just let that sit for a bit. It's time to roll out a triple batch of dough. And they'll expand so much in the oven. And you hear Addie, she's just licking the floor. Also, scales turning off are my pet peeve, especially when I work with resin. Yes. Yes, that would certainly be annoying, with resin in particular. I find it annoying enough with cooking, so I can only imagine. And also, that's very cool that you work with resin. Is that, do you make like crafty things with resin? I've watched quite a few like short form videos where people are making things out of resin, and it looks like so much fun. Stop licking the floor. I stand here. Now I'm standing on a slobber. You're a crafter, yes. Oh, awesome. Anything from dioramas to jewelry. That's amazing. Do you stream as well, Viv? On Twitch? Or maybe have an Etsy store? I've definitely seen some very cool things on Etsy with resin. Some cool earrings and things. And you do stream like gaming. And you have a YouTube. Excellent. Well, everyone go follow Viv. Crafting on YouTube, and so stream gaming. Excellent. And anyone who's new here, I also do some gaming. Just like Viv here. I love it. I love gaming. I've always loved gaming. As my cousins and sister can attest. All those summer holidays where we'd be playing games on the PlayStation 2. We'd always take it in turns, and whoever died, then they'd have to pass it to the next person, and I don't know, I was just always a little bit better gaming wise. I think because I spent so much more time practicing and playing games. So a fair bit of the time it was just me playing and my cousins watching. I guess it was natural that I came to Twitch. Because I love playing and I love chatting about games. And most importantly, just playing them. Oh my goodness, maybe I shouldn't have combined this into one giant thing. Getting so big it's not even fully on the camera. Sure. Oh, and your Etsy is only shipping to Germany. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's good to know. Yes, Josh and I actually have our own little Etsy. It's not a crafty one though, but I have thought that would be really, really fun because Etsy is definitely the place to be for handmade craft things. For sure. We have like a digital download store that we opened up recently on Etsy called Minimalist Managed, and we've had a few little sales, which is very exciting. But mostly it's on our website that we drive sales, but thought it'd be cool to have an Etsy store. I've always wanted to have one, so yeah. Not crafty or anything, but digital downloads are still very handy. And that's a fun fact for you. If anyone doesn't know what Josh and I do, we actually resigned from our jobs like 2 years ago, and we've been doing our own thing ever since. And one of the things that we do is our online minimalism small business, which is so much fun. And Addie is CE Doggo. He's our CE Doggo of our small business. Okay, this is definitely getting huge. I'm thinking I'm just gonna fully roll it out as thin as I possibly can, and then we'll add all the fillings and everything, and then I'll slice. I've got 4 trays and I want 10 rows of 10 so we can have our equal 400. Oh yes, there we go. Thank you so much for adding that into the chat, Josh. That is our website right there. No, thank you. Yes, I have so much fun making the digital downloads and the planner ones in particular. They're like, I use them all the time, and I have always been super organized, like hyper organized. So having like digital planners where they're like editable ones, so you can use the same one over and over again to plan out your day or your month or your year or your week. It's great. Keeps me on track because we have many things on the go, Josh and I, now that we're self-employed and not working for an employer telling us what to do. We certainly need to keep on track, so sometimes it's a little overwhelming, but I find if I have a plan, then it makes it so much easier and I get less overwhelmed if I have a plan. But yes, we haven't made any digital downloads in a little bit now. That's definitely the funnest part for me, is creating them. Been focusing on our social media lately, where Addie has been the star of the show. Recently, I've had some really funny ones of just CE Doggo. So that's also my favorite thing to do, is take footage of Addie. I think that's every pet owner's favorite thing to do, is take photos of their animal. Alright, do we think we can get 400 out of this? We still got heaps of rolling to do, but it's about this thick, you probably can't see from there, but it's about that thick, so we still have lots to roll out. I think we're going to need more space though. I always forget to use my planners for weeks and then randomly use them again. Yeah, yep. Yes, I can see that. That's the ones that I have. I have it on my phone because I always have my phone on me and I use it religiously. So if it's not on my phone, I just tend not to use it. We do have a big like wall planner over to my left here where we put if there's any like appointments or events or anything that we have. I always make sure to tell Josh, put it on the calendar. So then at least it's there. And then I always transfer it over into electronic form. Because then I can set a notification or else I will forget. If I don't have a notification and if it's not in my phone, I don't do it.